Hello, my name is Eric Wright, and this is a report of the findings for a public relations campaign made for JessicaFinanced.com. Quick snapshot of the business. JessicaFinanced.com is led by a mortgage loan originator by the name of Jessica Jennings. She used this URL to connect her clients to a residential loan application, and what we were able to do is take this URL and actually create a full brand around it. She currently funds about $2 million a month in home loans, which puts her right in the middle as far as production in the Atlanta region. Jennings would like to connect to her desired market through a different perspective, and that's where this study came in. The research conducted for this study is based on a twofold system. First, we wanted to understand the buying habits of the African American millennial woman, and we also wanted to understand social media persona and brand marketability for this industry of the mortgage and finance industry, understanding what the current click to purchase or pay per clicks you're actually getting within this business, and how people are feel engaged with their mortgage lender, and how they will refer. It's the referrals is the main source of business for this industry. To better understand our initial primary research, we had to do a quick overview of the mortgage landscape in the Atlanta region. Within this, we realized that only 41% of people in Atlanta actually own their homes. However, that a great majority of the Atlanteans are well in the gap of people who can and may be well affected by learning more about home ownership, including the fact that our target market is the primary ethnicity in the city. We were able to drill down just a little bit deeper and understand the social media habits of that consumer. As you can see, a vast majority of Facebook, which is a our primary social media outlet, is ran by both African Americans and women, and half of Facebook is actually in the millennial age group. This is great because this age group actually contributes to about $1 trillion a year in spend, and they are influenced heavily by their social media presence and how brands connect with them through social media. So, for our survey study, we use the methodology of connecting with past, current, and potential clients. This is collected through our third party marketing system, and we were able to collect names and email addresses of both closed, open, and incomplete applications. In this industry, incomplete applications states a client who is in the process of applying for a home loan but has yet to find an actual property or has yet to step into the next point of the financing process. So, an incomplete application is essentially a potential client. We sent them off to 100 names at random and only received 64 respondents. They did only have 1 week to reply, and the questions were based upon their opinions of the finance industry and their social media buying habits. The way that we were able to assess the information was based upon the questioning styles. They were separated in both rating system, 1 through 5 stars, so a level of satisfaction or level of frustration, one being best, five being or one being the worst, five being the best. And they also had an option system, meaning they had to pick from one of the five options available, which best suited their answer to the question. It's very important to note that there were no mandatory questions, so some consumers did not answer every question, but we did our our final statistics based upon the information given. In our findings, we were able to find in mortgage lending that most people felt unfavorably about their experience in the lending process and within the person that they were actually communicating with. And a lot of that came from their lack of knowledge of what's actually happening in the industry. So the two major keys that we want to instill in our our media campaign moving forward is to lift the veil and add more transparency to the process, and also create a trusting relationship that's based more so on how the consumers connect with brands today versus the traditional methodologies. Our future actions will be to tailor the message to the consumer so they feel confident and comfortable in the information. And we can do that by using social media versus our traditional methods of consumers coming into the bank and speaking directly to a person they feel may know more about the industry than they do. We want to connect through Facebook, which is our primary means, and then in such we'll be able to use Instagram and Twitter. Also, the main web page will serve as a vlog, blog, and a loan origination system over time. So that will be the overall view of what we want to take the business from there on. We also want to promote a lot of in-person interactions through events and educational seminars. We will follow up our research monthly by gauging interactions and comments of consumers. We will also do so quarterly by doing events and seeing how many people we have actually registering in for these events and that are applying from those events, those buy-in conversations. And of course, annually, we will do a year-over-year report based upon the amount of production that the company has received. Here is a list of the references used for my primary and secondary research. Thank you for watching this presentation, and for more information, go to denzelwrightmedia.com.